Hello everyone, welcome back once again to this video. In this video, we will study about factors on which resistance of a conductor, resistance of a wire depends. Okay, factors on which the resistance of a conductor, it means the resistance of a wire depend. Which factor? There are basically four factors on which the resistance of a particular conductor, resistance of a particular wire depends on. Are four. Take this. First is resistance of a wire is directly proportional to the length. Okay, resistance of the wire is directly proportional to the length. If a conductor or the wire is long, then it means that its length is large. It means it has high resistance, it has large resistance. So resistance of a wire or a conductor is directly proportional to length increases, resistance of the wire also increases, and if length decreases, resistance of the wire becomes decreases. Okay, and inversely proportional to the area. It means that resistance of the wire is inversely proportional to the area. Area means a thick wire. Let's take a thick wire. This is a thick wire and this is a thin wire. Okay, it means that thick wire has larger cross section area. Larger cross section area means lower resistance. It means that if you take a thick wire, then it has larger area. It means it has smaller, it has low resistance. It means resistance of the wire is inversely proportional to the area. Area increases. If the area increases, then length will decreases. Okay, if area will increases, if thickness of the wire will increases, then its resistance will be decreases. And resistance and area of a cross section of wire are indirectly proportional. So we can say that resistance of the wire is directly proportional to the length and inversely proportional to the area. If we take a thick wire, then it will have lower resistance, and if we take a thin wire, example of this, if you take a thin wire, then it has higher resistance as compared to the thick wire. Next term is resistance of the wire is directly proportional to temperature. If temperature increases, then resistance of the wire also increases. If temperature decreases, resistance of the wire is also decreases. And the last is depends upon the nature of the material. It depends upon the nature of the material. It means that it depends upon which type of material the wire or the conductor is made of. If you take a copper wire, it has it has resistance, and we take another iron wire or aluminum wire, it has different resistance. It means that resistance of the wire depends upon the nature of the material. If we take different materials and to make a conductor, to make a wire, then they all have different resistances. I think all the 4 points will be clear. So let's recap once again. Resistance of the wire is directly proportional to length. It means that if length increases, resistance of the wire increases. Resistance of the wire is inversely proportional to the cross section of the area of the cross section of the conductor. If you take a thick wire, then it has lower resistance. If you then take a thin wire, then it has larger resistance. And the third point is resistance of the wire is directly proportional to temperature. And the fourth is nature of the material. If you take a wire of different materials, then they all have the different resistance. Okay, next topic is resistivity. Resistivity, first of all, you all have to remember a formula. Resistance is equal to rho L by A. Okay, here resistance of the wire is directly proportional to length, resistance of the wire is inversely proportional to area, and resistance of the wire is directly proportional to resistivity. And resistivity is R into A by L. Okay, this is called resistivity. This rho is called resistivity, RHO. This is called resistivity. Resistivity is defined. Resistivity is defined as the resistance offered by a cube of material of side 1 meter when current flows through perpendicular to its opposite phases. Okay, let's take a cube. Okay, let's take to understand this point, let's take a cube. let's Okay, let's take a cube. This is a cube, isn't this? This is a cube. Okay, and this is 1 meter, 1 meter side cube. 1 meter, every side is 1 meter, and the current, if the current pass through this cube and comes out from the other opposite end of the cube, then the resistance offered by this cube, is termed as its resistivity. Resistivity is defined as, resistivity is the resistance offered by a cube. एक क्यूब के द्वारा कितना रेजिस्टेंस जो है लग रहा है 1 मीटर क्यूब के द्वारा, जब करंट उसके एक फेज से एंटर कर रहा है और अपोजिट फेज से निकल रहा है, दैट इज टर्म एज इट्स रेजिस्टिविटी. ओके, आई होप यू ऑल clear. And the resistivity RHO, rho, resistivity term है rho, and rho, the SI unit of resistivity is ohm meter. Okay, ohm meter. How this ohm meter come? R is equal to, rho is equal to R into A by L. A resistance of R is ohm. Okay, resistance means ohm. Okay, into area means meter square, length means meter, meter cancel. It means that the SI unit of rho is the SI unit of resistivity is ohm meter, and it is denoted as rho, RHO. Okay, I hope all clear. Next, let's move to next topic. Okay, resistivity does not change with the change in the length or area of the cross section, but it changes with the change in temperature. It means that resistivity rho, resistivity, it depends on length पे depend नहीं करता है. It also does not depends on area. It's depend upon the nature of material. But it changes with change in temperature. It depends upon temperature and the nature of the material. It depends on nature and the temperature of the temperature. It means the temperature increases, resistivity will also change. Okay, next. The range of resistivity of a metal. The range of resistivity of metal is between 10 to the power minus 8 to 10 to the power minus 6 ohm meter. If the resistivity of a material, if the resistivity of a substance is lies between 10 to the power minus 8 to 10 to the power 6, 10 to the power minus 8 to 10 to the power minus 6, then that material is likely to be metal. And the resistivity of the insulator lies from 10 to the power 12 to 10 to the power 17. Okay, minus 8 to 6, 10 to the power 12 to 10 to the power 70, and the resistivity of the alloy is generally higher than that of the constituent metal. It means that resistivity of the wire, resistivity of alloy, if you make a alloy, then it has higher resistivity than its constituent metals. Alloy does not oxidize or burn readily easily at high temperature, so they are commonly used in electrical heating devices. Why alloys are used in electrical heating devices? इलेक्ट्रिकल हीटिंग डिवाइसेस में एलॉय का ही इस्तेमाल क्यों किया जाता है? निक्रोम का ही हम लोग इस्तेमाल क्यों करते हैं? हम लोग हीटिंग इंस्ट्रूमेंट में, जैसे कि हीटर में, गीज़र में, इलेक्ट्रिक आयरन में हम लोग निक्रोम का ही यानी एलॉय का इस्तेमाल क्यों करते हैं लोग? क्योंकि एलॉय जो होते हैं वो जो है आसानी से जो होते हैं वो बर्न नहीं करेंगे, आसानी से जलेंगे नहीं, ऑक्सीडाइज नहीं होंगे एट हायर टेम्परेचर. सो दैट्स वाई we use alloy in place of pure metal. Okay, next let's take example. Another last point has remaining. Okay, copper and aluminum are used for electrical transmission line as they have low resistance. It means that copper wire and aluminum wire are widely used in our homes because they have low resistance. Iron wire has high resistance. That's why iron is not not used in electrical appliances. It means, or not used in any electrical wiring in our house because it has high resistance and it opposes the flow of current. That's why iron is not used. Okay.